Hi, welcome back to another episode of IB. What's going on? I'm Aeden.
I'm Heather.
And I'm Heather 2.0.
No, you're not, but okay.
But then again, you can call me Arielle. Yeah, that works too.
Stop!
You can also call me Conan Gray.
Oh, okay, stop.
And
Anyway.
we mean Heather by the Conan Gray song.
Okay, right, let me
told you.
mansplain it to you. See, right, because Heather and Conan Gray.
No, shush. I already know. I already told you I'll hit you if this happens.
You know what rhymes with Heather? Feather.
We're deviating from what the podcast is supposed to be about.
How's
It's
the
okay,
weather?
it's okay. We can have some fun. Sweater. So anyway, we're back. Hello.
Yes, we're back.
It's okay, nothing matters.
And I'm here again for no reason. Anyway, I had to do maths, group 5 maths, which is very dry and very boring.
Because math is boring.
What do you
course
mean?
math
Math is amazing.
Because you
Math is
take
amazing.
physics.
Yeah, because you take physics, that's right.
Oh. Is that like association or something?
Yeah.
And I quote, physics is an extension of math.
No,
Applied
it's applied
maths.
math.
See?
You quoted
See?
wrongly.
It's
You're a
applied.
horrible
You say
person.
applied maths.
I
Did you?
didn't.
Do you know that like one of the
I know,
physics
ask
teacher,
her seriously.
one of the physics teacher, he just goes like, "I love math in class." You see, students, I love math. This is why I love math so much. Do
See, right, you know
who
what
I'm
my
talking
physics
about?
teacher does? He's like, oh, you see, right, the paper, right? Not as difficult as your HL math questions. And I'm like, thank you, teacher, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah. So math,
math.
let's get into it.
Yes. It's compulsory. Let's just start off with that.
Yeah.
It is a bit sad. Okay. But for IB, there's 2 types of maths. Analysis and approaches, which is what we are taking. And applications and interpretations, which is what some other schools are taking.
International schools, because
International
it's
schools?
easier.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Huh?
They said AI is easier.
M.A.A. versus M.A.I.
Yeah.
Ma versus Maya?
Ma versus mine. Correct.
Okay.
So
but,
anyway,
yeah.
I don't think we are of good caliber to talk about my.
Mm-hmm.
So we're here to talk about more.
Ma.
Yeah, more.
Ma.
So
Yes.
everything you hear today will be about more and not
Yes. Yes. And you might be wondering why we are talking about math.
Because it's compulsory and you're taking IB. Wow.
Yes,
I
but that's
love
also a huge question if you're taking math. Should you take HL or SL? And this is a pre-warning to people if you want to take HL. This is what you're looking forward to. And if you want to take SL, this is what you'll be getting, stuff like that.
It's horrendous.
Shush!
Shall we
It's really
begin?
bad.
We shall begin.
Shall we begin down the descent?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so let's start with SL first. SL, you'll be having 6 different topics, some of which you will have learned in secondary school, but it'll be an extension of it. So you have things such as algebra, functions,
Algebra.
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 Algebra, that works too.
So anyways, we have algebra, function equations, circular functions and trigonometry, vectors, statistics and probability, and calculus.
I caught nothing you just said.
Yes. But
Yeah, basically it's all of the subjects that you did in E-Math and A-Math for O-levels. If you've never taken A-Math before, well, good luck.
you can still come to IB without A math. It's just you may need to catch up on some stuff.
You may suffer a lot.
You may. Keyword is may.
There is a very huge probability you'll suffer a lot, which is why at the very start of the year, before you choose your subject combinations, some schools actually offer this thing called a HL Math Aptitude test. So it basically, it's a really long quiz that's worth 40 marks, right?
That's for us. That's just for us.
It's worth 40 marks, and basically they'll just see how well you do at all of these basic HL Math questions. And I think the passing rate is like 18 out of 40.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I thought it was lower.
No.
No, it's much lower.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was lower. Yeah, I thought it was lower.
It was like 10 or 15.
Wait, but I got 18 and I failed.
I got 8.
You got 8.
You
but
got
you're
18
doing
out of
better.
40 and you failed.
Yes.
But I saw 50.
Was it all 50?
No, it
Oh, was it
wasn't.
not?
It wasn't. Because divided by 2 is 20. Everybody thought it was 20 at the start, but...
No, then each question was like worth 2 marks. That's what I remember.
Sorry, I cannot math right now, okay? You're telling me... You're feeding me
Hey, we're
too many
doing an episode on
numbers.
math and you're telling me you can't math.
There's a reason why I'm getting grade 4 for math.
Wait, serious?
Grade 4 and grade 5.
Okay. Cannot tell them our grades. If not, they don't believe us. Okay.
But yes, that's SL Math. So what's the difference with SL and HL syllabus?
So the difference between SL and HL. HL has more depth.
Death?
Depth.
You die more?
Yeah.
You need to be more specific.
So basically, to be more specific, as Heather wants, there are for vectors, right? It's a further extension than SL. So now you'll cover 3D vectors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't it just physics?
Yeah, it is. But physics only does 2D, and physics HL does 2D. So math makes you do 3D.
That's painful.
Yeah. And
Oh my
calculus.
gosh.
So in SL, calculus is basically the same as your secondary school. But for HL, you'll learn something called integration by parts. And yeah, it's quite hellish.
Do we have to learn that? No, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good.
Then you have discrete mathematics, which can't really remember what it is now, but it's something that's different from SL.
Is it math that is very silent and creepy? And they're just like scatters around like a little mice? Like little mice?
It's math you cannot see.
Yeah, it's math you cannot see.
Yeah.
Discrete.
Discrete.
They're out on agenda to hurt you.
Okay, anyway, then you have sets, relations, and groups. That is just something you don't have in SL, but it's just, I think this one's pretty okay in my opinion.
Sets, relations, and groups. Oh.
Yeah, but in all these like big topics, right, there are like smaller subtopics that are much more different than SL. So like in algebra, we learn permutations and combinations, which
We
is
don't have
something that the SL people don't learn because they're lame. And
I actually want to learn it though.
you don't.
No, I
You're
want
throwing
to.
away 8 marks
It's not
in your
that.
paper.
It's not that. It's like my sister, she has a master's degree in math and she did permutations and combinations as a master's paper
Oh.
on juggling.
I wish her the best of luck.
That's
No,
just
no,
some
she's
type
done
of
already.
personality.
And
Is she alive?
Yeah, her paper was really good. That's the thing.
Oh.
To the point where like when people email her, they go like doctor, da, 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 which is she's not a doctor lah, basically, but it's just that good.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess we know something new.
She has no personality.
She has. She has more personality than you.
So anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, permutations and combinations. So yeah, that's one aspect where HL is different from SL. But basically, when you are going to a math HL, just expect the questions to be horrendously difficult, and for you to learn more when it comes to math.
What's the longest like mark question? I think like O levels is like 15 marks. All
15 marks for the final
Final
real life
goal.
question.
Your paper 3 is one question and it's 60 marks.
Oh,
60 marks?
60.
Wow. How many parts? Or is it just one whole entire question you have to find out?
Oh, it's one question with many, many parts.
Okay, not that bad.
It's a real world application of math.
This is like E-math.
So like this is new. This is in the new syllabus. So apparently they give you like a question that's like, oh, Mr. Potato wants to buy potatoes. And I don't know, you have to apply differentiation and integration somehow. Yeah. They'll guide you through it, I think. Oh yeah, I forgot. In HL math, you learn imaginary numbers.
Oh yes, square root -1.
Yes. Which is something you don't learn in SL math.
No, we don't.
Wait, isn't it Euler's identity or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How do you
Euler's
pronounce it?
identity, you learn it in HL math.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, and the math data book, the math formula sheet looks very scary. You know how in O levels it's like one side, two sides. We
Yeah.
have at least 20 pages.
Oh yeah. We share the same booklet, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
we do. We share the same booklet.
Just that you don't use like 90% of it.
True.
We use the first page and nothing else.
Yeah, that's basically it.
But yes.
So yes, that
External
is the
assessments?
difference. Okay,
There's a
external
difference
assessments,
also?
I think SL can go into it first.
So external assessments, we have two papers, paper 1 and paper 2, both of which are worth 40% and are also 1 hour and 30 minutes each. For paper 1, you will have no calculator. Wow, going to a math
Yeah.
exam without a calculator, so smart.
I love IB.
I love IB also.
And like it's 90 marks. There's like section A and section B, which I think is pretty similar to your EMF and AMF paper ones, right?
It is pretty similar, yes.
Yeah, short
Honestly,
answers,
right, you can't tell the difference between a section A and a section B question. They are the same.
They are
I
the
don't
same.
know why they like separate it.
No idea.
No, because they need to give these different teachers to mark. One
Oh,
teacher
yeah,
cannot mark
yeah,
so
yeah.
Oh,
much.
true.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
But they're basically the same. So
But yeah, so if you, I think like paper 1, almost the same as HL, but you cannot have calculator, meaning that you have to be good with your mental calculation. Okay, what's 14 squared? This one you should know actually. If you go, it's like
196.
196. 12.
Sorry, what you're actually calculating? I just blanked out. I don't even bother.
Okay, but this kind of stuff you need to know because when you go in, I think like you either do like a division on the side of the booklet, which nobody does since like primary school, or you have to memorize stuff. I do, of course lah, of course you do. But most people aren't used to doing that since primary school because you have calculator in secondary school now.
What? Just do it mentally. Why do you need a division at the side?
But it's 14 squared. You didn't tell me just now.
Okay.
Oh, okay, fine.
Flex how smart you are. Looking down on stupid
paper
people.
two.
Paper 2, yes, paper 2. So it's calculator. It's literally the same thing, I think, but like bit different. Oh yeah, there's like conceptual questions. My teacher taught that. Like there'll be unseen questions as well. Questions that IB has never tested before.
Yeah.
Or like,
Aren't all questions unseen?
No.
no.
But you've never seen it before.
They'll be like, okay, you've seen it before, but just
It's the
in a
same
different form.
type.
The
They'll
same
test
type.
They'll test you a new type.
Yeah.
And I just remember the difference between section A and section B.
Which is?
Section A, you have space to write. Section B, you have to write on foolscap.
Oh.
Yeah, that's basically it. But the questions are just, section B questions are just more marks. But the process is the same as section A, so I don't know why they still split it.
But yeah, there's something called conceptual questions. So it's not as straightforward as finding the derivative of 3x squared or something like that. There'll be like using the concept or derivative to answer the question. Oh gosh, remember our first test? Question 3.
I don't remember what question 3 is.
It was like a conceptual question. And so many people
What
didn't
is
get
it?
the money. I don't remember anymore, but it was like, they really just want you to be big brain mega mind right there.
Big brain mega mind.
I mean,
Yeah.
For real.
okay, so our first ever test was tested on our first topic that we learned. And actually, unlike all of the other subjects like sciences, where they will go through the basics and recap everything, make sure you have a strong foundation, math is a little bit different for our school at least, where they teach you a new topic called summation notation.
APGP.
And APGP, which is
What is it called?
arithmetic and geometric sequences.
Yes.
So fun.
So fun. Basically, it's like, how do you calculate 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1? Or
Yeah.
like 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1.
Yeah.
And they'll give you these conceptual questions. For example, they'll say like, every single year, your salary at the end of the year will add $200.
Oh, that's like
by
finance solver.
Finance solver, yes.
Yeah.
By the end of 10 years, how much money would you have gotten from your salary? That's a very simplified, basic version of the question. But
Inflation and then like what was the other one?
Depreciation.
Depreciation, yes. So you will realize that if you come into IB, you talk to your A-level friends, the first topic that they will learn is functions, right?
Yeah.
functions, yes.
Whereas you start off with series, which is like your APGP, your terms, notations. I think that's what they call it in O-level, right? Secondary school, terms and notations.
we don't learn it.
I think
No,
so.
we learned it. Sem 1 we learned it.
I did not learn this.
I loved it. I was so good at it. I was so happy with it. I
Sorry.
loved it so good.
SGI,
It was my
man.
baby.
Mine is
Good
lackluster.
for you.
Yes.
Good for you.
Then why are you not good at it now?
I was
aren't you
good. I
taking
am
HR?
good at it. That's why. Why I should be taking HR? Damn it. Bio.
Not swearing, ah.
Not swearing.
Not swearing, ah.
I'm not swearing.
You said damn it.
I'll go cry about it.
Okay. HR. What's the difference?
HL. So for your SL paper 1, it's 90 marks. For your HL paper 1, it's 120 marks.
That's scary.
Yes. Wow, Heather. Thank
More
you
marks,
for
but worth
pointing it
less
out.
percent.
Yeah, but more marks.
But HL paper 1 is 30%.
30%.
Yes. It's very interesting.
And you have 2 hours. Okay, so paper 2, HR.
Paper 2 HL. So paper 2 is 2 hours with a calculator for once. And this calculator is special because it's a graphic display calculator.
But once you come into secondary to JC, your calculator changed for everybody.
Yeah.
So, but our calculator is different from A levels.
I think we
Yeah,
should
yes.
explain the different calculators. So,
No. Let's finish the
yeah, sure.
paper 2 first.
Okay, so paper 2 is 30%. And it's also 120 marks.
Ew.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay. So
Yay.
same thing, section A, section B. Still don't know what's the difference, but they are separated. So paper 3 is 20%. It's 1 hour. You can use your calculator, and it's 60 marks. And this was the question I was talking about, where they give you one question.
Oh, this is just one question.
Yeah, this is one question and 60 marks.
with multiple parts, it's the real life example.
It's a real life example. This is part of the new IB syllabus, so good luck to me, I guess. So this is something SL doesn't have. So yeah, so that's the HL external assessments.
Honestly, doesn't seem to be. I should have taken.
Okay, sorry, Heather. Sorry, Conan Gray song. Ow.
Sorry, sweater.
Sorry, feather. Sorry, polyester.
It's okay.
So I think we can go on into the IA. So IA, we have the mathematical exploration.
Same for SL and HL.
Yeah. It's just 20%, 20 marks. You explore an aspect of math that you love, then you write a report on it.
Yes. I think it's like you can solve like problems. So
Yeah, you
try
can.
solving the problems that are very complex.
Yeah,
I think
but
it's reserved for HL.
yeah, but there's a difference between a math exploration for SL and math exploration for HL.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, so like SL they're more lenient. So you can do a question like, oh my gosh, how old should I retire? That's a question for SL. But HL you have to do like
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah, HL you have to do like how can Euler's identity be applied in real life or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
But then like don't be cliche and do something like Fibonacci sequence or something.
Yeah, no. That one's like a no-no. Another no-no is finding ways to get pi.
Oh
That
yeah,
one's another
that
no-no.
one's very dim. I think
Yeah.
my teacher said, for example, the series annotations, the arithmetic and geometric sequences, he suggested taxes and inflation over the years. So I've been considering doing maybe like Turkey's inflation since they've been going really high. What's the rate of inflation?
Okay,
It
econs.
changes. It's very econs, yeah. Wait, your calculator.
Right, so calculators. For A levels, you're currently in secondary school, you're using something called a scientific calculator, which is quite basic. You can only compute numbers. But when you reach A levels and IB, you get this new calculator. In A levels, they call it the graphing calculator. But in IB, we have an even more special one that's supposedly a stronger version that can compute more. It's called a graphic design calculator. Display calculator. Sorry, I call it just graph calculator.
Yeah, we just call it GDC, honestly.
Yeah.
GDC.
Yeah.
So basically, GC and GDC are the same things, except that the GDC, I think, is slightly more expensive.
Oh no, it's way
It's
expensive.
way more
It's way more
expensive.
expensive. Like ours is like $90, right?
Yeah.
No,
Ours
that-
is not $90. Ours is $182.
Yeah, it was 182, sorry. No, $90 was one I was thinking with FAS, sorry.
Oh, right. Then what is the A-level GCs?
I think it was like this. I don't know.
Isn't it like 120 only?
Is it?
It's only slightly more expensive.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
Can you use your
Can you
older
use
siblings' calculator?
You can use older siblings GDC.
You can.
Because it is basically a computer where you can update the software all the time. But the issue is that as the models change around,
there may be a bit limited functions.
there might be limited functions and the button positions might not be the same or the functionality will not be the same. So your teacher will not be able to show you how to use your calculator and you have to figure it out yourself. So it's generally recommended to go and buy a new calculator and especially do not use a graphic calculator in IB because
Different functions.
it's completely different functions. All the buttons are different. You won't understand it when your teacher asks you to press menu, then number, because yours will be following a scrolling function. And so it's a very weird system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why you can still use scientific calculator in your exams and stuff like that. But the graphing display calculator helps you like plot graphs, actual graphs. Helps you find, for example, scientific calculator is only like natural log and what was the other
And
one?
log 10.
Log 10. Forgot what it's called. Common? General log?
Common log.
Common log, right?
common logs.
Yeah,
We get
but
to
for GDC
Geometry.
and GC, you can do like log 3 to log base 3, 2 or something like that.
Can be
You
any
change
log.
the base, yeah. Okay, one thing to highlight, GC and GDC sound a bit confusing, but they are basically just different models. That's why they have different functions, and that's why they may be a bit different if you're using them differently for A-levels and IB. Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, then let's go to the interesting part that's not in the script. Should you take HL Math?
Yes.
I thought you said no just now.
Yeah, that's what I mean, no. You should take HR Math if you like to suffer. Okay, no, but on a real note, you should take HR Math if you feel that you need it and that your math is very strong.
Look at your uni careers, the pathways you want to go to. For example,
Architecture was one of them. Engineering, all of the different engineering courses will require HR Math. And it's like, if you take HR Math, the probability of you getting in is very low, or it is a prerequisite requirement that you must have HR Math pass in order to enter the course or even apply for it. I am pretty sure in Singapore it is not necessary, but in other countries, I think Oxford requires you to have HR Math for doctor. Anything,
For
yes.
doctor?
If you want to go into medicine,
I thought you don't need.
no.
Oh, okay.
So you have to check out the different, if you're looking to go towards medicine or going overseas, which IB is a very useful course for, you need to check out all of the different prospective universities and courses to see whether HR math is required or not. There will be different prerequisite requirements. For example, I'm pretty sure some other universities in Australia require you to have HR math also.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So yes.
And if you're taking A math and E math, you may think like is HR math just basically A math, you know?
No.
No.
SL
it
math would be
isn't.
A math but harder. E math is kind of irrelevant, honestly.
E math is a bit irrelevant because you're going into it. E math is more applicational to real life stuff. A math is more theoretical, I would say, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So math in general for IB, it has become more conceptual and more theoretical. So it's just like A math but more.
A math, but more.
More. It's just more.
Okay, but you should always prioritize what you want to do in uni over whether your math ability is actually good, because you will have to put faith in your teachers. So what the school usually does is that they will bully you with all the tests. So all the tests will be like incredibly difficult. But once it gets to the actual IB exam, you'll actually be fine. It's easy to score a 6
So
out
what
of 7.
our seniors say?
Yeah,
IB exam is easier than school exam.
yeah.
If you can
And-
pass a school exam, you can pass your IB. That's how it works.
And the passing, if you're worried about whether you get your 7 in HL math or SL math, the 7 percentages for HL and SL, actually HL has a higher percentage to get
Really?
7. And SL has a lower percentage to get
Because
7.
everybody who knows they're going to fail has already dropped out to SL.
Yeah. But that's the stats for you. So you can, in the end, it's still going to be your choice. And I made the choice, and I don't know whether I regret it, but it sure is a choice.
It's a choice. And okay, so maybe coming from JAE, both of us can share experience like taking AMF and EMF and then going to SL instead of HL. Did you know you were going to do SL?
Honestly, I came into I came into IB thinking of math and seeing that it's one of those subjects where aptitude does help, but through rigorous practicing, you can actually still manage to score well at the very end, but it'll require a lot more effort. So it's like, my decision was based off the HL aptitude test. If I was able to score well enough on it and I have a chance, I won't lag behind my classmates too much, I would have taken my HL math. But if not, I've gone to SL math, and both of them suffer, except HL math will suffer much more. And they generally say that until your final exam, you're going to be failing the whole entire way.
Really? So what they say?
Apparently.
At least that's what my seniors told me.
We're actually crediting a 7.
Yeah.
No, 6 or 7.
6 to 7.
No, but you're smart, that's the difference.
You're smart.
No.
Okay, yeah, I cannot talk to him because he's smart.
No.
No, you have to look at the level average. According to Darren, the level average per year was around grade boundary 5 point something,
So fun.
Oh.
which is quite low, considering
that is
that
quite low.
In the recent test, there's only 1 7 for HL math.
Ooh, I think we know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Yes, smarty pants.
it's Jiaqi. Okay.
Yes. Anyway, and for me, it was a big dilemma because I was thinking it was either HL math or HL bio. And the same thing, it was the aptitude test that it didn't strengthen my resolve, but I was like, I think I might regret taking HL math. And my thought process was my love for bio will outweigh my love for math. That's not been the case so far.
How's your 7 in bio?
I got a 6, but I got a 7 on like the recent test, but it's like borderline 7.
Oh.
Yeah, it was on the dot 7. I was just like,
Oh well.
oh well. But I'm getting a 7 in math, so yes, yay. But it really depends on what career course you want to go to. Will you regret taking math as HL or SL? It's really like up to the future, honestly. So whatever decision you make coming into school, like even if you go A levels, if you're wondering if I should take H1 or H2 math, or if I should take H3 math even.
Really have to.
Really
it
have
comes
to
down
think.
to like what you want to do.
Yeah,
in
it
the
really
future.
boils down to what you want to do. Because even if you like something, say I like lit, I do like lit, but if I take HL lit, it's not going to help me get into the course I want to go into.
HL lit.
Yeah.
That's another story.
That's another story. Or if say I like Chinese, I do like Chinese, but if I take like HL Chinese, It's not really going to help me more than, say, taking bio, honestly.
HR Chinese, we can talk about HR Chinese in the next episode.
Yeah, this is like...
We're talking about that in Group 2 languages.
Yes,
Yeah.
we talked about that in Group 2 languages.
We talked that.
Yeah.
But yes, that's math. It's honestly up to you to decide.
I think something really important to remember is that, just as a reminder, when you enter IB, you'll have to pick 6 different subjects, 3 of which must be higher level and 3 of which must be standard level. And so you also have to base off your math decision on like your future career path. You generally want to go for either your stronger subjects in HL if you're unsure where you want to go, or like your interest in HL, or if you know where you want to go, for example, you want to be an engineer, so it's important to take HL Math, or you want to be a lawyer, so it's important to take HL Lang and Lit. You want to be a translator, so you take HL Chinese and get a bilingual diploma.
Yeah.
So it really it really depends on what your future career paths and interests are. If you are not really sure about it, generally people just go for the subjects that they're either the strongest at, or they have the most interest in.
Or they will go for those subjects that allow them to take a lot of uni career pathways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like PCM.
Like PCM, you can go to engineering and
Chem and math, I
engineering.
think. Chem and math will let you go to a lot of pathways. Yeah, so it's something for you to consider. Honestly, math is just like what am I going to do in the future? Existential crisis and dread just sets in.
Actually, something about HR Math is that it's not really so much so like, if I want to be a mathematician, I should take HR Math. That's actually, that is...
Oh, no. If you want to be a mathematician, you have to take HR
You have to take HR Math. But normally people take both HR Math and HR Chemistry, or HR Math and HR Bio, one of the sciences and one of the maths.
and HR Physics.
Sorry,
Yeah, usually HR
and
Math and HR Physics if you want to be a mathematician.
No,
That's
not
what
about being a
said it.
mathematician, as in most courses require at least one HR Science and HR Math.
Yes, okay, yes.
So if you want to open up as many career pathways as possible, generally people take HR Chem, Math, and one other social studies or humanities.
No, the most common is at PCM.
PCM, yes, if you're taking
Most
double
common is
sciences.
PCM. Yeah.
PCM. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
That's
I think that's it for math.
Yeah.
I'm.
So I'm drained.
You're drained.
Hi, Jane, I'm Heather.
Hi, drained. I'm Greg. But
So
yes,
I think that will be us signing off.
yes, for this
What?
episode.
Yeah.
So this has been Greg, Aeden, and Heather signing
Oh.
off What's It podcast.
No.
My
No,
name
no.
is Ivy.
Once again, I'm the Conan Gray song.
No. No.
I am IB Dropout.
And I'm very done with the two of them.
Thank you for coming
We'll
on
see.
another episode of Ivy. What's going on?
See you in
We'll
the
catch you next time
episode.
when we're going to talk about EE and TOK.
TOK.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye bye.
See ya.